Yes. All right. So, welcome everybody to this week's Coffee and Miracles. So, I was thinking about how the reason that I share all these miracles is because life is tough out there. I don't know if you've noticed. Life is difficult. We have a lot of disappointments, we have a lot of struggle, we have a lot of frustration in life. And I really believe that we need to focus on the good stuff. So we need to focus on what is good. And God talks about this in his word. We need to focus on what is good and because stuff's going to happen down here. And he's with us, but because we have all this, our brains tend to gravitate toward the difficulty, the problem, and stuff like that. So we need to stop and look for the miracles. I was thinking about that. So I wanted to share with you, I see miracles every day. And it's so cool. So I wanted to share that with you this week. So first of all, welcome to everybody. If you're watching live, I would love it if you would put in the comments that you're watching live. If you're watching the recording, maybe this is too early in the morning for you. So put down that you're watching the recording and let me know that you're watching. So I was thinking about this over coffee with a friend about that I just met actually on another social media channel, and she's a new friend. We have a lot in common. It was so much fun. I went to meet her at a local place for coffee, and so we were talking a lot about how God presents us with a lot of these things. We were talking about the miracles we've seen, the joy in stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that goes on down here. And I was telling her that I see amazing things happen all the time. And I started to think about it this morning. And I'm thinking, these are little miracles that happen. Some of these are bigger miracles. I've talked to you about my husband's miracles that he's had because I had him on one of my programs, and he is now not just 60 pounds lighter, but he has I see this all the time, blood pressure normalized because of losing weight. Um, Blood sugars normalized. My husband, huge problem with diabetes. And so that was just, the blood pressure was dangerous, especially at one point. I mean, seriously, one doctor told him, if I had known your blood pressure was that high, I would have hospitalized you. So, I mean, it can be really, really dangerous. But the other thing is thankfully that came down at least a little bit before the doctor saw him. So he wouldn't have done it then, but there were records, and the doctor who actually took his blood pressure never told him. So, but his blood pressure is now normalized. I see that all the time in my clients. These are little miracles. People who, like me, I tried everything to lose weight, never lost a blessed ounce doing anything else, and I really didn't think anything would work. Miracle. I lost weight. I lost 40 pounds. And some people, some of my clients are like that. I've tried everything and nothing ever worked. And they're losing weight on one of my programs. And some of the people, it's blood pressure. Blood pressure's coming down. They're getting off of blood pressure medication because they're getting healthy, because they're losing the weight. When you lose the weight, a lot of those other things, blood pressure, blood sugar, will normalize. And you don't need those medications. I've had a client who came off of, I forgot what it was. It was like 3 or 4 different medications she was taking because she was able to lose the weight on one of my programs. I hear people say they've gotten back into clothing that they haven't been able to wear in decades, never thought they'd get down to that weight. They did. These are little miracles I see every day. And I think those seeing that every day, because what I do is so much fun. And I talked about that yesterday. It's so exciting. It's so much fun to help somebody get healthy and change their life and change their family's life. Because when they're healthy, they can do more for their family and more of what God has for them to do. But I see these little things every day. So it's easier for me to focus on the joy, because I will admit to you, I'm not always joy, 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 happy, happy, happy. Stuff happens to me too. And there are times where I'm just like, you know, again, or did this happen? Or, oh, does this have to happen? What do I do now? I get that way too. but I think I bounce back faster because I see all of the miracles, the little miracles during the day, every day with my clients. Every day something happens. Somebody, I've had clients who are texting me, I have to talk to you. And they get on the phone with me and they're like, I can fit into this again. I've not been able to fit into this in decades. I'm wearing my wedding ring again. That was a funny thing with my husband. He was not able to wear his wedding ring. I don't know why I'm saying that backwards. Wedding ring. Okay, wedding ring. This thing. He wasn't able to wear it because he got heavy and his fingers got thicker, so he couldn't wear the wedding ring. And then when he lost the weight, he's so much thinner than he was when I married him that he can't wear his wedding ring. Anyway, we have to get it sized. So he can't, but now it's a happier thing. So I see these miracles every day, and it's so much fun and it's so rewarding to do. But this is why I bring you this show. This is why I talk about the encouraging stuff, the good stuff, because a lot of people don't see that every day. Some people in their job, they see, like, I know I was in customer service for a while. It's depressing, y'all. Because you always get this doesn't work, that doesn't work, nobody came here to fix my machine, whatever. And so those are things that make it hard when you see difficult things all the time. Makes it hard for you to focus on the joy. That's why I bring you this show. That's why I do this every week, because I want to open your eyes to the good stuff that's happening in the world. I get emails and texts and Facebook messages and messages on other social media thanking me for different things that I've said to them. I mean, not even, what I do aside, not even health related, but I've encouraged them because people don't feel that as often anymore. Our brains are kind of wired to focus on the negative thing. You can have some really great things happen in your life. One negative thing happens, where does your head go? Right there. This is why I bring this to you. Anyway, I wanted to share this with you because I see miracles all the time, every day. I am very blessed to be able to help people get those little miracles every day. And I want to bring you as many as possible so that you can start seeing the miracles, not just in what I do, but in what you do in your life, in when you look around. Sometimes if you look out your window, like my window is covered with the tree. I can't see a lot out there, but in my downstairs window, I can see sometimes a beautiful flower. You take a walk, you see a beautiful, picturesque area for you to sit down. Those things are little miracles God gives us to have us focus more on the positive. So let's do that this week. I challenge you. And then come back and let me know below with a comment how that makes you feel, that after you've done that every day for, I don't know, a couple of days a week. Look at those miracle things. Look at those amazing, beautiful things that God puts on our planet or in our lives. What is the miracle that is our children? Something our children did. Maybe our children, like mine, they're not little anymore. But there are things that my children do on a daily basis that I am able to look back and go, wow, isn't that a blessing? Isn't it amazing? I am so glad these children are in my life, that God entrusted me with these two children. There are relatives of yours that do something for you. You can see little miracles, little joys, little beauty in the world if you look around for it. So that's my challenge to you this week. Go around, look for the joy, look for the fun, look for the miracles, and then come back and tell me what you found. I'll see you next week.